Hello, friends, and welcome to the late afternoon edition of Bible study. It's just the way this Sunday is gone. Sometimes you've got people in front of you, and that is who you have to be focused on. So we are, yes, in the NIV, or unfortunately for whoever that upsets. We are in the book of Mark. We're going to be in other versions of the Bible in other years. We just have to get through all the words of this one first. We're going to do chapter 4 of Mark, but we're going to do it in two separate videos. We're going to do 1 through 25 in this one. So chapter 4, verse 1. Let's jump in. The parable of the sower. Again, Jesus began to teach by the lake. The crowd that gathered around him was so large that he got into a boat and sat in it out on the lake, while all the people were along the shore at the water's edge. He taught them many things by parables, and in his teaching said, "Listen, a farmer went out to sow his seed. As he was scattering the seed, some fell along the path, and the birds came and ate it up. Some fell on the rocky places where it did not have much soil. It sprang up quickly, but because the soil was shallow. Because the soil was shallow. Sprang up quickly because the soil was shallow. But when the sun came out, the plants were scorched, and they withered because they had no root. So they looked promising at first, but then did not really have any longevity there. Other seeds fell among thorns, which grew up and choked the plants, so they did not bear grain, right? So still other seeds fell on good soil. It came up, grew, and produced a crop, multiplying 30, 60, or even 100 times. Then Jesus said, "He who has ears to hear, let him hear." When he was alone, the 12 and the others around him asked him about the parables. He told them, "The secret of the kingdom of God has been given to you. But to those on the outside, everything is said in parable, so that they may be ever seeing but never perceiving, be ever hearing but never understanding. Otherwise, they might turn and be forgiven." D, that's Isaiah chapter 6, verses 9 and 10. Then Jesus said to him, "Don't you understand this parable?" Like Jesus was disturbed that his apostles didn't understand what he was saying. Okay? How then will you understand any parable? Because to him this is a basic, and he doesn't understand how they don't understand. Okay, the farmer sows the word. Some people are like seeds along the path where the word is sown. As soon as they hear it, Satan comes and takes away the word that was sown in them. Like they hear what is being said, and they make absolutely no changes, and they don't believe you, and it doesn't matter. Satan comes in and takes away the word of the Lord. Others, like the seed sown on rocky places, hear the word, and at once they receive it with joy. But since they have no root, they only last a short time. When trouble or persecution comes because of the word, they quickly fall away. Like, if I'm going to be treated like this, then I'm not going to keep doing this. Still others, like a seed among thorns, hear the word, but the worries of this life, the deceitfulness of wealth, and the desire for things come in and choke the word, making it unfruitful. Meaning you get so focused on the rat race and the clout chasing and the being important and the how am I going to handle this, that, or the other thing. And when we're want to compare our lives to others, and we have expectations about what faith means as far as wealth and all that good stuff. So the word never really gets to hit them because they're only concerned with their worldly concerns. Others, like seed sown on good soil, hear the word, accept it, and produce a crop 30, 60, or even 100 times what was sown. they hear the word, they take it into their heart, and they act out there in the world the way that they're supposed to spread love and light instead of hate and, dissension. Because we're not meant to be hurting one another. Okay, so Mark chapter 4, verse 21, a lamp on a stand. He said to them, "Do you bring in a lamp to put it under a bowl or a bed?" That would be a no, because we don't really bring lamps in like that anymore, but no. "Instead, don't you put it on a stand?" Yes. "For whatever is hidden is meant to be disclosed, and whatever is concealed is meant to be brought out into the open." Oh. All secrets shall be exposed to the light of day at some point. "If anyone has ears to hear, let him hear." Verse 24, "Consider carefully what you hear." He continued, "With the measure you use, it will be measured to you, and even more." Ooh. That's the do unto others as you would have others do unto you. If you're going to call yourself, it also falls into that clause. If you're going to call yourself one particular religion over another, you need to follow the rules of that religion perfectly, because they are the measure of whether or not you will get into heaven. So whatever that is, don't mess it up. Whoever has will be given more, and whoever does not have, even what he has will be taken from him. Okay, so judge not, lest you be judged. If you're going to judge somebody on that subject matter, you better make sure you're perfect in your life, because they don't really take to that kind of thing in the world of the Messiah. No hypocrisy.